Hi and welcome. I'm Brooke Reinl with the Carmen Group and Game Time Leadership, and I'm excited to be thinking with you for influence and success. Once we've moved through the modeling and motivating stages, we can begin to see doors open for the next level of influence, which is mentoring influence. Effective influencers are great mentors. Mentoring moves to deeper impact because it allows for greater growth and bigger risk in leadership. This level goes beyond having faith in people and comes alongside them with commitment and shared life. When we get to mentoring influence, the first area of focus we find in this level is called enlarging people. I've been privileged to have a number of people who have helped enlarge my own life. My parents, of course, enlarged my life in honesty, understanding, in value and trust. They enlarged my life in things like schooling, learning, proper grammar, things that would help benefit me and stretch me as a person. I'm from the Midwest, so when I moved to Texas, my friends in Texas helped enlarge my life with a vision for growth and vibrant living. And they gave me confidence and enthusiasm and love in which to grow. One particular friend in Texas, Jerry, enlarged my capacity for ministry and creative teaching because he gave me partnership and collaboration and trust. My friends at the John Maxwell team, including Stephen Carmen, part of the Carmen Group, have been very vital in helping enlarge my life in the process of creating products and putting things to a plan and getting them accomplished. They've given me a plan and guidance. Now, these people and many others not only had faith in me, but they provided a pathway, and they shared life with me to the point that I became a much better, more equipped person. In order to grow any organization, you have to grow people, and in order to grow people, you have to grow yourself. We don't want to be a travel agent who sends people places we've never been ourselves and then wave goodbye as they leave, but instead we want to see ourselves as a tour guide. We want to take people with us on a journey. But you cannot give what you do not have, and if you're going to grow people, you have to grow yourself, and you have to give out of the overflow of that growth. An influencer enlarges people. Mentoring provides both motivation to grow and the means to grow. Mentoring gives practical guidance and clear steps and asks good questions. Now, if I'm a motivational speaker and I get up and I inspire you, but I fail to give you a pathway to do something with the inspiration, then I've failed to truly enlarge you because maybe I've begun the process of getting your mind stretched, but the change to a larger life will not happen automatically just because I inspired you. Mentoring, enlarging people's lives not only gives you the motivation to grow, but it also gives you the means to grow. And I want to just share about the Maxwell team because I've never seen an organization like the Maxwell team before I joined. I've been to a lot of conferences, seen a lot of programs, done a lot of different kinds of learning and training things, but I'd never seen a place or an environment where there was an abundance of motivation through teaching and examples and attitudes and life stories. But then added to the motivation were the means to grow. Lots of modules, live coaching calls and teaching calls, relationships with the mentors, thousands of team members to discuss ideas and challenges with, and leaders who kept producing fresh resources to help us continue to grow. There are opportunities to train even internationally and to use some of the Maxwell platforms to speak and blog and grow. I was amazed, I'm still amazed every time I think about the scope of this company and how it takes this enlarging people's lives so seriously, and I'm proud to be part of their cohort of coaches and trainers and speakers. Alan McGinnis says, "There's no nobler occupation in the world than to assist another human being to help someone succeed." And that's exactly what John Maxwell team did for me. And when enlarging others, you're going to raise their level of living, you're going to increase their potential for success, and you're going to increase their capacity for growth. Each of these things contribute to a better life. Each of these lift people up and make a significant impact on their lives. The cool thing is you can do this for people. You can enlarge people and become a person of influence in their lives. Now, you can't do this if you're focused solely on yourself. In order to enlarge the lives of others, you have to become others-centered. Mentoring cannot effectively be done by a self-centered person. But if you're able to give people a platform, if you're able to hold them accountable in their pursuits, if you're able to share something important from your life, and if you're able to celebrate with them, then you will greatly enlarge the lives of others. Success is knowing your purpose in life. What's the fit for you in making the world better? How can you give something important from your life experiences, skills, or knowledge? Knowing your purpose in life. Success is also growing to your maximum potential. Changing the question from when will I get there to how far can I go? You can't help others expand if you're not expanding. And the third piece of success is sowing seeds that benefit others. Gleaning from your successes and recognizing your capacity to invest in lifting others to reach their own success. The difference between success and significance. Success is when I work hard to better myself. Significance is when I work hard to better others. John Maxwell. How do you enlarge your own life? Well, the first thing you have to do is you got to find a bigger pond. If you're going to enlarge others, you've got to start with yourself. And if you're the biggest fish in the pond, then you're in the wrong pond. You need to seek a larger role in your company or organization. You need to build a friendship with a more experienced leader and ask them to be your mentor. Or you need to try something new by volunteering or leading in an area that you have interest in but you aren't currently leading and growing from. Leadership experts Warren Bennis and Burton Annis said, "It is the capacity to develop and improve their skills that distinguishes leaders from their followers." Enlarge yourself because only when you are doing so can you help enlarge others. To determine whether you're still growing, ask yourself this question: what am I still looking forward to? If you can't think of anything you're looking forward to, anything you're aspiring to, anything that you want to grow in, then there's a chance that you've come to a standstill. And you need to get back on that enlarging your own life so you can begin to enlarge the lives of others. Now, in his book, Becoming a Person of Influence, John lists a whole bunch of things to look for when you're trying to find people who you want to enlarge and help. And these are just a few that he mentions, but I wanted to bring them to your attention in case you want to understand what to look for. One thing you want to look for is just to choose people with a similar philosophy in life and who you believe in. So you'd ask, who shares my philosophy and what I believe in? These people are going to be a good match for you. Second thing is you got to match the person to the mountain because not everybody has the same capacity to grow. If you're enlarging a person's life, you have to kind of see what it is that they can match up to. Where can they go to? Where can they climb to? And match the person to the mountain. Next would be start at the right time, one step at a time. Some people aren't quite ready, but you can wait until they are. And when you know the time is right, just take it a step at a time. Another one is to focus on their strengths so that they do climb, so that they do become enlarged in a greater capacity. Next is to put resources in their hands. Simply give them things you see that they need that you have access to. Give them some place to go and the tools to get there. Another one I've listed here is just teach them to be self-enlargers, to seek their own enlargement in life. And that, again, will not only help them be enlarged, but give them the capacity to enlarge others beyond themselves. If you want to hear more of these, you can get the book Becoming a Person of Influence and look in there in this chapter. It'll give you a few more ideas there. You might be aware that there are people who guide others to hike to the top of Mount Everest. It's a huge undertaking to do so, but there are guided tours, and if you wanted to go hike, then you could get involved in one of these tours and learn what to do and become a part of a cohort of people that go. But there are guides who spend their whole lives just taking people to the top. Now, these guides are experienced. They could just go for themselves. It'd be a lot faster. They would experience that exhilaration more often, but they have decided to help those who could never experience that moment on their own, to help them get a glimpse of that glory. And they know that if people can experience that summit, that their viewpoint and level of inspiration will change forever. They will be enlarged in the accomplishment, the camaraderie, and the worldview that they gain. And so that's why the guides do it, because they simply are invested in enlarging the lives of other people. It reminds me of a story from my older teenage years. I used to take a group of youth to the falls, which is just basically a small waterfall area at McCormick's Creek State Park in Owen County, Indiana. And I knew that the kids wanted to see the falls, and I was basically one of their few chances to be able to see the falls by hiking up the stream to get there. Now, you could drive over and look over and walk down the stairs and see the falls, but to take an adventure to get there over a couple of hours of hiking through the stream was a blast. And so we would slide down this massive hill behind our cabins and just on our butts just go all the way down to the stream, and then we would just get in the stream and start heading against the stream up toward the falls. And it was a blast, and I knew that if we could do this and accomplish this together through our camaraderie, through helping each other, through having fun, yelling, shouting, laughing, that by the time we reached the falls, it would be a great celebration for us. And it would change the week. Their week at camp would be enlarged, and it would give them a memory that they wouldn't otherwise have. I was able to add a level of significance to their week that otherwise would have been unexplored. And their understanding of what was available and possible was expanded. Every time I think of this story, it gives me the fuel to say, I'm going to keep doing this. I want to keep going where others haven't gone so I can enlarge people's lives. Maybe you have a story that you can revisit to help you stay encouraged to enlarge the lives of other people. As you go out this week, I would like to ask you to think about what are some names of people that you might seek to enlarge. Just think of 3 names of people in your life, at your workplace, at home, in another organization you belong to. Who would you like to see their lives enlarged because you believe in them and you share a similar philosophy with them? Who would that be? Think about those people. Then as you come to those names, begin exploring where they might need to grow and how you can approach a mentoring relationship through giving them commitment and tools for their betterment. I hope you'll take this seriously and go do it. It'll change their life. It'll change yours. And I'll end with this quote by Zig Ziglar that says, "You'll always have everything in life that you want if you help enough people get what they want." It's been my privilege to think with you today for influence and success. Make today count.